everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Eagles going up against the Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey as we say hello to Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So much of this game is still mental, still psychological. Yeah, we just saw a big-time run right there, but you have to believe he was dreaming about this last night in his hotel room before this one, thinking, hey, first time I touch it, let's go for some big yardage and set a tone. That's exactly what he got done.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Here's Stafford now on second down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
They come up in an offset eye. They go play action here on first down. And right with it here over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Here we go.
And the defense definitely showing blitz here. A first carry now for Wendell Smallwood. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. It's the fullback, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's second down. This offense has a lot to account for, but at the top of the defense's list is OBJ.
I'm not sure how you really game plan for him because no matter what you do, he finds a way to uncover himself downfield. And the speed gets it from his mom, a former sprinter at LSU.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Back to the air. Stafford on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Defense showing blitz. Here we go. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And we peek at the defense now for Philadelphia.
Benny Logan has the body of a defensive end, but the skill set of a defensive tackle. He's very difficult for offensive guards to block.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Check 4. Set. Red 80. On the ball. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Ready to go. Check 59. Switch.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Shift together here from the D-line. 1st and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And this throw will be intercepted. intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Man, it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Here's Smallwood as they begin on the ground. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. To throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Olivier Vernon in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Eagles send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Beckham. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go back to the air here after the INT. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They go play action here. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Stafford. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And tough starting field position here. Toss play. This is Smallwood. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Whenever I go to a team's practice facility and watch them work, I love to watch the defensive guys in what they call pursuit drills. The ball goes either towards them or away from them. How fast will they respond? On this play, the defensive end responded better than anyone and made a really nice play.
Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense. They'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. The Eagles send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Beckham, the return. It looked like he might beat that last man. He doesn't, though, but it goes as a 32-yard return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. And they're definitely showing blitz here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd and just 1. They come up in an offset eye. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Second and 10, Stafford again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Stafford. And this is Shepard on the catch. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. And the D looking like they may blitz. On fourth down, Stafford. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. Fresh set of downs here. They run the counter. Smallwood. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll come out in the pistol. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. One receiver left, 3 to the right.
Hey, check my 50. Mike is a 50. Check my 50. Check 50. Switch.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's picked off by Chris McCain. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
No gain, and it's 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catches. Hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. A dump off to Smallwood. 13 yards that time at a 1st.
It went full scale, loose, flexible.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now.
Back to throw now on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Really good job by the offense there. Every second counts right now. So for them to get out of bounds and save some time, that's a nice move.
In the red zone this time. The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Wright's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Kendall Wright as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And New York set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole 2nd half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Hey, 20. Real right, 21. On the ball, Kill. Ready?
Here's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. In not great starting field position here for the offense. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They start the drive with Smallwood. And an alley to run. And a cutback left and a crease here. He's at the 40. 20. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 88 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And a forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Eagles. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester. That's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. Are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Again, we'll see the pistol here. First down, a run with Smallwood. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On the give, this is their fullback. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man. And he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though. But I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
They pitch out to Smallwood. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And right with it here over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. 5 receivers in the game, 4 of them to the left side. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now out come the Giants. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 1st down Giants.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Now Stafford. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And quickly they get to the line. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 4th down.
The days of knowing your assignment, dropping to it, and calling it a day, that's over with. Because now, when you drop into a zone, especially as a defensive back, you're seeing the play in front of you. So if a man wanders into your area, guess what? Now it goes from zone to man coverage in many cases. And on this particular play, able to see the play in front of him, react to it, and knock the ball away. Gotta like what you just saw there, if you like zone defense.
They snap it to Stafford. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. He'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A big play there on the screen pass. 38 yards.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, lofted over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
They'll run with Smallwood out of the pistol. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
It's complete to Chris Conley. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Another pistol look here. They'll try and run with their fullback. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun now on third down. Green Beckham has it over the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dorial Green Beckham, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. He's got time. He's going to try and go deep again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Throwing to Stafford. And incomplete here on third down. Will tie the intended receiver. And that brings up fourth down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And it's fielded at the 34. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight. Kill, kill, kill. Here we go now. Green, 39.
They toss it left side to Smallwood. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
2nd and 5.
Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Back gun. Set,
Going right back to Smallwood. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3.
We got 4. Here we go now. Blue 90.
Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Yeah, this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
Second down now after the pass completion. On second down, here's Stafford. Caught left side is Beckham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
$10 yards still left on second down. On 2nd and 10, Stafford throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Stafford on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Again, it's Stafford. A dump off to Vereen. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 3 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. To Vereen out in the flat. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
22.
Stafford looks to throw again. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Set, lady. Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Coming. Hey, 54.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And he's got Rodgers. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And, Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively. Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every... And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Trey Burton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now, after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know